Hello, welcome to the Mimik booth. Here we have our SDV solution. What is enabling our SDV solution is our core product, which is the Mimik Edge Engine. And the Mimik Edge Engine acts as an API gateway as well as a runtime environment on which you can deploy microservices onto. So when you deploy microservices onto the Edge Engine, they become discoverable and reachable. So taking a look at the solution here, I have a monitoring device here that also has Edge Engine and a microservice called mAnalytics, which allows me to discover all of the nodes that are running Edge Engine on my local network. Next to that, we have our user device, mobile device here that's simply running an application that also has Edge Engine running in the background, and our MCAS microservices that interact with the different functionalities of the car. Next to that, we have our NXP GoldBox, which is acting as the in-vehicle HPC unit, and this as well has Edge Engine, and also running our microservices that enable the different features of car functionality. Down here at the bottom, we have a board that's acting as a microcontroller that can be a zonal sensor inside of the car or an IoT device outside of the car. So now getting into the demo, I'm going to go into the monitoring device, and I'm simply going to interact with this microservice to get all of the devices that are running Edge in my local network. So I sent that request, and now I can see all of the devices. So if we minimize this, we see 3 devices. I see my my Apple device, my user device, as well as the NXP box. So we'll open up this first one and take a look. We see that the name of the box is shown here. And if we scroll further down, we can see the CPU. And if we scroll further down, we can see the services that are running on this box as well too. So we have a boot service, for example, a door service, a key service. So these are the different services that we have, microservices that we have, that enable different interactions with the car. So now that we have discovered the NXP box, as well as the microservices that run on top of it, we can invoke the APIs to interact with the car. So for example, we're going to take the lights microservice and we're going to call the API that turns on the light on the microcontroller. Because this microcontroller is responsible for turning on and off the lights within the car. So that's how it's going to work. What's going to happen is that I'm going to call the API from here. It's going to route it to the NXP box here, and then it's going to send that request to the microcontroller, and you're going to see a light turn on. So going to the device here, all I'm going to do is call that lights microservice API that turns the light on. So once I call this, you're going to see a light turn on here. So now I'm going to call it, and we see the light turn on there. So now that we can see that we can just discover microservices and our service mesh is working, you can take that and you can build an application on top of it. So that's exactly what we've done here with this application. We've developed an application that takes all of the microservices and the Edge Engine running in the background, and simply you can call the same API. So here on this page, we'll simply go to the lights page here, and since we already turned it on, we'll press this button at the bottom that stops the light. So I'll press it now, and we see that the light turned off. Thank you for coming to our demo.